Hey guys, class is in session. I was absent for 2 days. I didn't have anybody else sit in for me. There wasn't any substitute teachers that can feel my energy, fill the void. So we had to wait, as always, guys, because I had to check somebody on the Pisces channel. This is a collective read. The ish is not personal unless it's personal to you. I don't know if it's personal to you. So I'm reading for thousands of whoever comes across this page, right? I'm reading for everybody and possibly their mama too. I don't know, maybe your daddy, right? Grandpapa, poppy, aunties, nieces, nephews, everybody grown now. So it could be for anybody, but this troll, I guess she got upset because she was like, that reading is in reverse. Okay, which means it still made sense to you, correct? So don't get your panties in a bunch. If you could tell me that the reading is in reverse, then it's still your ish. It's still your ish. It probably didn't lead with you, it probably led with him or vice versa. Feel free to flip the energies. Do not? Don't I say that? You flip it. If it's not you, it's them. If it's not them, it's not. It's just you. If it doesn't make sense, guess what? Don't claim it. But you claimed it, troll. And if you over here, I'll spank your ass again. Flip the energies, guys, or get a personal reading, and I can snatch your shit that way, right? I snatch it that way, right? I digress. Class is in session. I know some people are already in school, but guess what? We're in class over here. All right, guys. And let me tell you, the past 2 days, guys, because you know we had a little get together, and then I probably had one or two mini pina coladas. I think I only had two, but I'm a lightweight when it comes to drinking, so I think that did it. And then even after your company leaves, you're still sitting up on your phone doing something to 2, 3 in the morning, and I just could not get with it yesterday, guys. I was so tired. I was white. But here we are. Shadows of light. Holy Spirit for the collective. For the collective. What's going on? I haven't had to get my energy hype today, guys. I just did 15 jumper jacks. You kidding me? Trying to wake myself up. Holy Spirit, what is going on, guys? Spirit, give me one card for the collective. Holy Spirit. We have the Mildew Fairy. Something stanky. The Mildew Fairy. And it's cleanup time, guys. Number 15. Time to clean up some things, right? Who or what are we cleaning? So we have the Mildew Fairy, and this is what she looks like. She look kind of cute to me. But I guess she probably a little stinky. Y'all know when stuff mildew, you be like, what's that smell? Yeah. It's that sock that fell behind the washing machine that was still damp. Yes. Find it, get it, pull it out. It's the Mildew Fairy. Here we go. Some things just look like they're yuck. But they're not. They're very good things, and they can be powerful and helpful when used in the right way. So if the Mildew Fairy turns up in your reading, it's time to check out what could be profoundly useful for you, which you've dismissed. Right? So there's something that you can use, but you dismiss it. You're kind of like, nah, I can't use that. Like, nah, I can't use that. But you probably can, right? And this could be an aspect of yourself or an aspect of the environment you're in. It's very important not to try to hide this from yourself or to cover it up. The health of the situation rests upon the degrees of openness you approach it with. The Mildew Fairy speaks. It always shocks me when people think something shouldn't be there, like me. I grow naturally where it's warm and wet, and I love to show you what you may need to take care of. I can do wonderful things. I can be medicine, and I can be a parasite too. But all the time I'm showing you what is going on, what you need to change, and whether the conditions are a little too steamy for you. If they are, you can freshen up your environment naturally. Don't clean or use harsh chemicals or bleaches, as you'll kill all that is helpful and good. You see, I turn up when something is unhealthy and you just aren't noticing or getting it. So be thankful for my presence and build a little algae or fungi pond in my honor, or treat yourself to some tasty mushrooms. They are all healthy ways to honor me. And do not step thoughtlessly into that fairy ring. It's all about me being in the right place. Don't ignore me. Right now, something really needs to be cleaned healthfully before it begins to affect you. Guys, maybe you need to start a diet. Maybe you need to cleanse, right? Not just cleanse the outside, but cleanse the inside. And cleansing the inside comes with everything that you put in your mouth, right? Everything. Starting with what? Red meat. I know that's hard for a lot of people to fathom, but red meat is not good for you guys. If you look it up, it can take weeks to digest red meat out your body. So the red meat is sitting in your body on top of all the other things that you're eating, right? Mildews on the inside. It messes you up. So guys, you probably need to change your health. You probably need to detox. Get a detox tea. Start drinking more tea. Start eating more healthy. Like eat more fruits and vegetables than anything else. If you can't eat fruits and vegetables, then what you do is you what do I do? Because I don't like vegetables. Like I've never eaten them. Like in my life, I just didn't like them. But as an adult, what I do is I put them in my blender and I drink my vegetables. So what you do is, if you can't really eat vegetables or get them down like that, then you take a handful of vegetables, you take some strawberries, you take some mango, take a little piece of banana if you so choose, with some ice or whatever, you put it in your blender. And when you drink it, guess what? You don't taste the vegetables. That's how I get my vegetables in. If it's not a salad. If it's in a salad, I can eat it. If it's cooked vegetables and people are like, oh, I made this chicken and we got some asparagus and I'm not eating your asparagus unless it got some holiday sauce on there. Now, if it has holiday sauce on there, like, see, I eat my vegetables like a child. It has to be a certain way or I will not touch it. So guys, work on your health, whatever. That's not for everybody. But then again, it is, because we all need to stay on top of that. So your divination message here is, guys, because we are in class. We're in class. Pay attention to the people in the back. Put your phone down. Think of ways to decrease stagnant moisture, stuck emotions, and increase airflow. Fresh thinking in your home and environment. When the mildew fairy comes to pay a visit, it's likely things are a little stagnant, a little over emotional, and that fresh new air and thoughts need to be brought in to clear the situation up. She can mean a fresh way of thinking, or a fresh point of view, or a release of emotions that could be pulling in one area. Her appearance never means covering up. It means working with the environment you find yourself in. Like the mildew fairy said, a little of her can be medicine and a great deal of her can be maddening. Where she turns up will tell you lots about what needs a fresh new approach in your life. And if she is inside, lurking in cupboards or in the bathroom, instead of decorating pebbles by a pond, you know that the presence of unhealthy energy needs to be addressed, not rationalized or excused, and never ignored. So guys, if you're going through this with the person and you know it's a little stinky in the relationship, but instead of handling it, you're trying to cover it up. You don't want to see it. You're going to put a sheet over it. You're going to take this, you're going to take the vase, and you're going to sit it on top of it so you don't see it. No, don't. Pull it out the cupboards, address it so it doesn't get out of hand. Stop trying to cover up something that's funky. It's funky. It needs to be talked about. It needs to be addressed. If not, if you don't address it, guess where it stays? Mentally in your head. And we're not doing that. We're not doing that, guys. We're checking people on their ish. The mildew fairy. So your job this week, guys, is to check people on their ish. In a nice way, of course, right? Just talk about it, guys. Talk about it. Whatever it is, whatever you don't want to talk about, you need to talk about. Whatever you're covering up, you need to talk about it. Get it off your chest, because sometimes that can stress you out. You know, trying to figure out, well, I should say this and da-da-da-da-da. No, you're talking to all the wrong people. You're talking to your friends. You're talking to your family members when you need to be talking to Craig or Daphne, right? You need to be talking to Craig or Daphne. Spirit, what's going on? What's going on? It's cleanup time. Clean up time. Yep, it's time to drop these burdens, guys. It's time to drop the burden. So why? So you can be happy. Drop the burdens so you can be happy. Stop covering up the mildew. See, I open up the window and these little bitty bugs come in. I can't stand it, but I like the air. So drop these burdens, guys, so you can get back to happiness, or find the happiness back in your relationship again, or whatever. It could be a relationship with your man, with your woman, with your friends, with your family. But you need to drop these burdens. You can't keep holding on to it, and you need to open your mouth. Somebody is feeling like their person isn't regretting. They don't regret what they did. They don't feel bad about what they did. But instead of you addressing it, you're up in your head about it. You have a little fear. Maybe you fear saying, if I say this, then they're going to do that. If I say this, then they're going to walk away. If I do this, nope, come up out your head. You need to address it anyway. Either that, or you're going to drive yourself crazy. So you have to drop these burdens, because it's going to leave you up in your head. It's going to leave you in your head, and then your person is probably out there living their best life, hanging out with friends, hanging out with their boys, hanging out with their girls, doing what they do, and then you're sitting at home with the smelly poo, right? With the smelly relationship. Spirit said release all of that. Release all of that. And for you, don't have any regrets dropping these burdens and having this conversation. Whoever this is, whoever you're dealing with, I don't know if this is you or them, because they seem reliable. They're in their Knight of Pentacles. They're upbeat. They're happy. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They think about what they're doing before they do it, right? So maybe this person is moving on because you're up in your head about this ending. Or you may be contemplating an ending with this Ten of Cups in reverse. Or maybe it's you that's looking for somebody that's more reliable so you could be happy, right? But the problem is you need to speak up. Somebody needs to speak up. Like, drop your burdens, because the relationship's getting a little smelly. But it may be a missed opportunity. Something's going on here. Maybe you're afraid that if you speak up, you're going to miss an opportunity. You're definitely up in your head. Maybe you don't want to be in this connection anymore. Maybe you want someone who's more reliable, but you're just not speaking up. Guys, speak up. Don't let nobody bind you. Don't let, okay, let's say you've been with this person 10, 15 years, and you're like, well, this is where I'm supposed to be, blah, blah, blah. Not necessarily. That could have been a stepping stone. A big ass stepping stone, but a stepping stone, right? You could have learned a lot in that 10, 15 year relationship. You could have grown a lot. You could have changed a lot. People change every year. You're not the same every year. You grow a little every year. You may not see it, but others do. You've grown. Maybe you want something more. Sometimes people, we stay in relationships because we have children, we have this, we have that. The family loves this person, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you something about family and who you're dating or who you're living with. Family don't live with that person. They don't pillow talk with that person. They don't know all of the ins and outs. Whenever they see your man or your woman, they see them in their best form because that's how they present themselves. Nobody's going to go to someone else's family and be an ass, right? You're just not. Not in the beginning. You may show yourself later on, but don't listen to that either, guys. I don't know. Somebody needs to be happy. You need to clean it up. Speak up for yourself. It's time to clean it up. It is time to clean it up. It looks like you ready to go be happy. You ready to celebrate with your friends. Maybe you are celebrating with your friends. You're not a hermit. Somebody's not a hermit. Somebody's moving on. Guys, if it isn't you, it's them. If it isn't you, it's them. But they're definitely watching you guys. Speak up. Maybe you're ready to move on, right? You got to speak up. Yeah, somebody's letting go and standing in your strength. They see you standing in your strength too. This could be a horrible ending if you open your mouth, right? It may be, but change is probably necessary. Change is probably necessary. Guys, don't sit on it. Don't let something build in your energy and then you say nothing about it. Speak up. Somebody's planning to move on. I think once you open your mouth, you may move on. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you could be moving on because they involved other people. Maybe this is what you know, or maybe this is what you feel, and you need to talk to them about it. You probably need to talk to them about it. You are hopeful, though. You have the Star card, that's for sure. You just need to speak up. If you are planning on leaving, this person don't want you to leave. They're going to tell you, look, I'm not dealing with anybody anymore. I don't want anybody but you. Guys, you need to get to the bottom of it because you're frustrated. And you are a loving person, but you do not want what this person is offering you right now. So clean it up, guys. Clean it up. Clean it up. Speak up. Yeah. It's clean up time, guys. Clean up time. It may hurt some and it may not, but if it makes you happy to either walk away or do what's best for you, then walk away and do what's best for you. If that relationship is meant to be, it'll reverse back, but this person will come back, but they'll come correct, right? Because they'll hear what you said, right? All right, guys, so I'm going to leave it here. Class is in session. Talk to you soon. Peace.